Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we will discuss about some important MCQs regarding pre-partition of Pakistan. So, let's start. In which year War of Independence was fought? It was fought in 1857, where Mohammedan Anglo-Oriental School was established. It is abbreviated as MAO. जो हम सुनते हैं ना MAO हाई स्कूल या MAO कॉलेज, तो ये मोहम्मदन एंग्लो ओरिएंटल स्कूल जो है ये उसकी फुल फॉर्म है एंड इट वाज एस्टैब्लिश्ड इन अलीगढ़. Who established Indian National Congress? It was established by A.O. Hume, Allen Octavian Hume. Next is when Congress was established. Congress was established in 1885. When was Sir Syed Ahmad Khan born? He was born in 1817. When Sir Syed Ahmad Khan died, he was died in 1898. And when was partition of Bengal happened? It was happened in 1905 when Bengal was appeared as a separate state. When the partition of Bengal was annulled, it was annulled in 1911. When did Qaid Azam joined Muslim League? He was initially willing for Hindu Muslim unity, but he later on joined a separate league, Muslim League for Muslims of subcontinent in 1913. When did the First World War started? It was started in 1914 and it was ended in 1918. When did the Muslim League came into the existence? It came into the existence in 1906. Who was the first president of Muslim League? It was basically he was Sir Aga Khan. When did Simla deputation call on Viceroy Lord Minto? In 1906. When Minto Morley reforms were enforced? Minto Morley reforms were enforced in 1909. When was Lucknow Pact agreed? In 1916. When Jallianwala Bagh incident occurred? It occurred on 13 April 1919. When did Khilafat movement started? It started in 1918. Who was the secretary of Khilafat deputation? Hassan Muhammad Hayat was secretary. And who was the editor of Comrade? Maulana Muhammad Ali Johar. Who was the editor of Hamdard? It was also Muhammad Ali Johar. Who was the editor of Al Hilal? Maulana Azad was editor of Al Hilal. Name the newspaper of Maulana Zafar Ali Khan, Zamindar. When Treaty of Sivers was signed? It was signed on 20th August 1920. Who was Khalifa of Turkey? Sultan Abdul Majid. Non-cooperation movement was started during the days of Khilafat movement. Who was the Prime Minister of England during the period of Khilafat movement? During the period of Khilafat movement, Lloyd George was the Prime Minister of England. Who issued fatwa in favor of Khilafat movement? Maulana Azad and Maulana Abdul Bari. Who announced the end of Khilafat movement? Gandhi. When Princess of Wales visited India? She visited in November 1921. When did tragedy of Chora Chori happened? It happened in 4 February 1922. When did Montague visit India? On November 10, 1917. When did Chelmsford reforms were introduced in India? In 1919. How many members were in the Council of State in the Montague-Chelms? 60. When the Arche was introduced in Indian Act in 1919. When the Arche was introduced in 8 provinces of India, it was introduced on February 1921. When the Arche was introduced in NWFP 1932. How long the Arche remained in force in India 1921 to 37. Rawal Act was enforced on 18 March 1919. When was the formation of Simon Commission announced? 8 November 1927. When Qaid Azam said, "This is parting of ways," all parties conference in Calcutta. When Qaid Azam presented his 14 points in 1929 on Muslim League Delhi session. When did Lama Iqbal delivered his famous address in Allahabad? It is very important. 30 December 1930. It is the repeated MCQs. The MCQs of 14 points of Qaid Azam and Allama Iqbal address. These both MCQs are very important for competitive exams and repeating MCQs. When Labour Party came into the when Labour Party came in power in England, it came in power on May 1929. When first round table conference was called in London, 12 November 1930. How many total delegates were in the first round table conference? 89. Who presided over the first round table conference? George V. When did second round table conference was called? It was called on 7th September 1931. When did third round table conference started? And it was started on 17 November 1932. When Pune Act was signed, it was signed on 25 September 1932. Who were the signatories of Pune Pact? Ambedkar and Gandhi. How many seats were in 1937 elections of provincial assemblies? 1535. What was the total number of representatives? 1771. How many seats were captured by Congress? 706 seats. How many seats were in the province for Muslim? 491 seats. How many seats were captured by Muslim League? 211. When Congress ministries came to an end? 14 November 1939. When Day of Deliverance was solemnized? It was solemnized on 22 December 1939. When Pakistan resolution was passed? It was passed on 23rd March 1940. When Cripps mission came to India? It came on 23rd March 1942. It is also very important MCQ for Cripps missions. Quit India movement was started in 1942. Thank you so much. It was all today for pre-partition important MCQs. There are also many important MCQs other that I will post it later on. Thanks for watching.